It's your man Bumster. And I'm with your man Jack Burton, speaking on behalf of Jesus the Christ.
Hi, and welcome to another section of Jeffrey the Master Barber. We're gonna be doing a mid-fade with the magic clip right now, as you could tell, and we're gonna start it with a number 3, guard number 3. He asked me to cut with the Zizza top and the mid-fade. So now we're gonna start number 3. Right here like this. You could use the brush, but you know it's not gonna grab a time with his curly hair. It's not gonna grab it the way that I want it. So I'm gonna switch it up with the combs. So now we're gonna use our number 4 and the combs. See, now we're passing right number 4 right there, and we're gonna take all that bulkness right there. You know, like I said, we were using a 3 before, guard number 3, and now we're using guard number 4. And I'm using the comb. The reason why I use the comb better than the brush on this point is because it pulls the hair right, so you could be able to pick it up with the guards. Now we're going back with the 3 again, and with the open level, and that's a 3.5. So now as I pass the comb, you see how I pass the comb, then I lift it up with the clipper. I do the C motion, and then I close it little by little, see, and where it is the shadows that I see, I take it out. This one, like I said, is gonna be a mid fade. So as you could tell, now we're going back again with a 4, and we're gonna go right back at top right there. You know what I mean? So it's gonna show you at time. It's gonna show you that it's still some dark spot, like that dark spot. It takes a while. See, like I'm cloning it with the combs and trying to take. Now I'm gonna go with a number 2, right? And I always put the clip. You see how I put it, and I put it outside. Now we're gonna start the passing number 2. That section right there. The reason why I put the clip, because it clips real nice and tight, and it will not make a noise. It will not be loose if you put it on the regular. So the more you stretch the clip, the more better is gonna stay clipped, and it's not gonna make no sounds. And the more tidy the guard is gonna be towards the teeth, the blade. So as you could tell, we're working that way. Now we're going right away from the 2. We're gonna jump into the 0 from the magic clip, and we're gonna do it right there. You know what I mean? Like, because remember, it's gonna be a mid fade. So right away, as you could tell, I like this magic clip. You see how quick and fast it cleans. And we're gonna use the 1/16. Right away, we're gonna pass it. We're gonna do it half, maybe a little less than half, and we're gonna do like less than half an inch. You don't want to raise it up, and if you raise it up, now we're gonna go half, completely half. So that's 1/16 half, and you see how I go right away from the line that I make. Now we're gonna switch it up to the number 1, right? And we're gonna open just a little bit, not a lot, and we're gonna use the corners right there. You see that? And watch how it's gonna disappear, and watch the blade, the fade taking almost immediately transition. You see that? So now you're gonna see me that see, using the corners, right, and brushing it. I'm back using the brush at this point because the hair is so small, so you need to, you know, brush it out, make sure that it brush out. But when it's bulkness a lot, like at the top, then you use the cones. Now we're going with the semi-half, semi-0. Yeah, we're gonna continue. You see that line? We stay small stroke in the level. We're gonna continue working with the level. So we're gonna open, close, and then we stay small strokes. You see how I did the level with the same hand? You know, I could do it with the left hand or with the same hand, either way. But at this point, I'm holding the ear, see, right there, and I still let it go, and then open and close. The When I open it, you notice that I go higher and I use the corner. Now we're going back to number two, and I see some shadow right there. So see the clip right, what with the guard, the clip in the back. That's what I'm refraining. People say the clip is the guard has a metal clip, and that metal clip I stretch it. I put it to the top of the blade so it could clip real nice and tight. You don't want that to come off, and you don't want the guards to be making vibration, sounding real loud. But look at how already we have the fade. Now we're gonna get the cones, and we're gonna pull out those little hair, baby hair. We're gonna use the GTX. That's the GTX, the Andy GTX. It's different compared to the T outliner. My T outliner broke, so I'm back using my GTX, and I have a new one, but I like still the old ones. This one I use it more to pretty much to do the box out, but at times I still like it even when I do the the, the clean up in the bottom. But as you could tell, I'm keeping everything really outside. And now with the point, it's like I said before, it's like a pencil. You drew with it. So now we're gonna do, in order to give it a nice mid fade feeling to it, or look, you have to make an arch. May not look now a lot, but later on when I pass the razor, then you know what I mean. Then it will look, it will get the nice look. So yeah, right now, see, I'm brushing it. I'm still trying to get it more sharp and more curvy. You know what I mean? And yeah, so far, then you clean the little baby hairs, and now we're gonna start cleaning, the bottom hairs, all that. Make sure you don't go too much up. Um, at this point, we're still cleaning. We're doing one side, and we started from the bottom. I mean, from the top, and work our way down uh, without levels. Now again, the same thing, just as I did the other side. We're gonna start with a three, all right? And you see his curly hair. And when you take it, you know what I mean? I like the magic clip. This magic clip takes, it don't matter how kinky the hair is, it don't matter how curly it is, it grabs it. And the reason is because those teeth, they staggers. It have like twice the amount of the top blade. It has a lot of tooth. So the more teeth, the more it's gonna chew the hair. That's why this magic clip is so famous and so good. I see people doing, using the baby bliss and putting the blade, also the senior. I could do it, but I like the wireless. It feels so good in my hand. Okay, so back with what we're doing. We're doing a guard number four. We did the three, no four. You see, I just pulling the. I'm using the guard. You see how, you can see how the combs pull out the the bulkness and made a level. You see that? Look, I'm pulling it out. Whenever you pull up the clipper up or sideways, make sure you put it down. You put the hair down, because that's what you want. You want to make sure that if it's any, the minute that you cut it, the curls will come out, and it's kind of like you want to make sure you get every hair. So right now we're taking right there, that section. You see that darkness right there, and keep working. See, past the clipper, and past the comb. At this point, you see that right there. I'm doing the flicking. You see the flicking, and that's the C motion right there. Now we're using a guard number three, right? And you see, we're gonna go. You see that shadow at that point? We're gonna go 3.5. All right, and then close it a little bit more, because I see right away when I checked that it didn't grab so much. So see, you always want to be safe than sorry. You always want to take little and not a lot. So, and that's being cautious. So then you close it right there. That's actually a three completely, and then you start taking, you see, and getting the bulkness and whatever shadow you see. You see that part right there has shadow, so definitely we're gonna take that out. Yeah, like I said, mid fades. It may be at time a little tricky, and especially with curly hair on top. But it's like everything else, you know. If you know how to blend in, you will apply the same technique to it. You know, it's just you gotta balance it, the curly hair, and use some Caesar work and Caesar's overcome and stuff. Right now we're gonna use guard number one, right, and the brush. Notice how I point the brush. The reason is because at this point, to me, the brush grabs better to clean really the scalp on the side, and that's why I use the brush. Some people use a baby brush, but I use this brush because, like I said, since I got into the barbershop 17 years ago, that's what I use, and I keep it traditional. That's one thing that I don't change, my brush. Um, but yeah, machines. A lot of people ask me, how come you got different machines, and why is the reason behind it? As you know, there's different type of hair, different type of styles or hairstyle, and for every hair, for every different style, there's a different machine. But this machine right here, pretty much, it has surprised me so much that I use it for all kinds of hair and all type of hairstyle. Definitely the Warhawk really step it up with this machine right here. Right now we're still working with the number one in the bottom, right? And right there, we're gonna keep doing right there. And remember, it's a mid face, so you gotta see some type of darkness where you see it right there. You see that? So now we're gonna grab that. That's a 1 and 1/8 with the lever open, which is 1/8 and a half. And then we close it little by little, and we're gonna go lower. You see what I'm saying? Right there, and make sure you keep small stroke, and then right there, whenever you go in between, little by little, doesn't matter if it grabs a lot. And sometimes these great guards, they let you know the hair how much is grabbing compared to a black one. Same thing with this guard. This is the 1.5. I call it the 3/116. Is the 3/116, but it's basically like a 1.5 before you jump to the two. And this one is good. It's just that the tees are open, and for my taste, it's just like too open the tee. But it does the job. I'm not gonna lie, and it definitely takes the shadow, and that way. The more little by little guards you use, the more better and more transition the fade will take place. It will blend in. So right now we're passing it in that area right there, the back. See, you don't wanna raise the back too much. You wanna leave it nice and dark so you can have the mid fade. You see where I'm pointing right there? You see that darkness? With that, I'm gonna use the corner, and it's close lever. And you see how little by little I'm using the corner and passing the small strokes, right there and right there, until I see that it's leaving, that it's going away. Look, boom, boom. So now we're gonna go 0. And even if you see in the corner a little shadow, eventually later on I will pick it up with the scissors and with the combs, and we're gonna take care of that. But as of right now, we're passing the 0, just like we did the other side, from the magic clip, right? And then right away you open the half, right? And you're gonna go right in between. But if you see there, it's not grabbing, then you close a little bit, and then close them a little bit, and then close them a little bit, then open and use the corner, right, to take those little shadow right there. And that's how you erase the lines. You see that, little by little corner, and with that's a semi, less than a little half. And now we're gonna use completely the blade. See, straight the blade for that area right there, because if we do just the corner, it takes us a little bit more. But now we're gonna use the corner just to, and open it a little bit, just to be in the safe side to the little shadows that we see. like I said on my other videos before, I know people are like, you making the videos too long and whatever. I'm trying to please everyone, all my subscriber, because if you subscribe to my channel, I count them as a family, and they like my stuff, and you got the right to give a suggestion and whatnot. But like one of my subscribers says, Jeff, if they wanted to get to the forward, or they wanna pass the video quick, just they could cut it. They could basically fast forward, pause it, rewind it. So it's better to show everything step by step, and don't let nothing behind, than just trying to make a short, quick video, and kind of you don't show the real completely steps. Because whenever you going to cut hair, you gotta know all the steps and what it really takes. This video is gonna be probably like 30 minutes long. In reality, this haircut took me like 45 minutes, because obviously between recording and having the right angle and whatnot. But people ask me too, how long you take with haircuts. All depends what kind of haircut, what kind of design. But I take between, depending, 30 to 45 minutes. Take your time, don't rush it. Make sure that the haircut is nice, that they feel that you are taking care of them right, that you mean business. If you do, there's all the clients that want it fast, and they come to you, and because somehow they feel that you quick and do a nice job. That's awesome. But if you could take your time and pretty much see the little details, take care of them, because that's gonna make the difference. So yeah, right now, as you could tell, I'm still using the magic clip half, and I'm just pretty much already erased all the lines and whatnot, and I'm just using the corner, and I'm just doing final touches. That's what I'm doing right now, final touches. So yeah, we're gonna start pulling the hairs again with the comb, nice and gentle, and we're gonna use the GTX. It's still the TL liner, Cole. The body's TL liner, but the blade is GTX, but the whole machine is GTX. We're gonna start from the center, because that's where we started, from the center to the left, to the center to the right, and that will make it more centralized, or whatever you want to call it, more straight. Is what I'm trying to say, the right word. My English is not the best. Obviously, I speak two languages, and between English back and forth to Spanish, and Spanish back to forth to English. Obviously, I got a Tony Montana accent or whatever. But right now, we're gonna use the back to the haircut. We're gonna use the scissors, and just like I was saying earlier, the dark spot, I could have easily gone with the guards, but it doesn't grab it the way that I want it. So we're gonna go nice with the combs, and you see how with the combs and the scissors over, I take all that volume, and I'm telling you, I love actually cutting hair with the scissors, and scissors over comb, and then styling on top. Definitely, if I could cut somebody completely with the scissors, I would do it. But yeah, because I have more control, I pick what I want, and it comes out really, really smooth. So yeah, you're gonna notice, and I keep saying this in my video so people can understand it. Right now it's focusing my beard instead of the haircut. That's weird. Yeah, I guess it got a lot of volume in my beard. But yeah, the combs, if you notice, it has big teeth and small tooth. See the small tooth right there and big teeth. So people ask me, what is that? The small teeth is to pick those baby hair right there. That's how you pick it up. You really pick those baby hair, and really take any shadows and whatnot. Right now we're gonna take the bulkness, and for that we're gonna use the big T. See, and I'm gonna show in a minute what is the trick? See, with the combs, you pick it up and lift it up, pick it up, lift it up. See, and then I'm gonna show also how to keep the scissors on top of the, see, on top of the comb right there like that. And when you make the combination of picking up the hair and do like a C motion, and you will see the hair coming up, and that axis, and somehow the hair is gonna uh when you lift it up, you're gonna see why you had to take out, and when you cut it, it feels good, and you know that you're doing right. It's something that I can't explain unless you do it yourself and try it. We're gonna take that on the side because we want to make sure the mint kind of sits in. Once again, we're gonna use the little baby right there. You see that? You see what I'm saying? When you use the baby hair teeth, you go to the bottom and you look at how the definition of that fade it came out nice and crispy, clean. And now for the top, where I see the volume, we go to we use the big T, and we take that chunk right there, those curl. You cannot see it from this angle, but in the angle that I was, that's why I made that, and I put it. But right now we're gonna water his whole hair. He said to cut it. The client, I asked him, so you want to cut from the top? He said yes. So we gonna cut from the top. People would have said, no, leave it like that long. Like I said, I listen to my client, not to anybody else, and not even to my opinion at this point matter. What matter is what the client wants. So yeah, we water it. We're gonna start it from that side where I point, and you're gonna notice, all the hair. You grab it, and this is like I said, I love cutting hair with the scissors. You have so much control, and it's really, I'm telling you, like it's so quick. People may think, nah, it takes too much time, or it's uncomfortable, and I haven't masterized. No one really does until you keep trying it and keep practicing, and then once you get the hang of it, it's like everything else. You will eventually will get the truth. Look. Right now, there's long hair. Right. Once you put the other one, you see the trademark from the other hair that I pick, and you see that is some long and some short, and it's gonna have. I measure it and I make sure that it's even. Notice how I go back almost to the same spot, but not really. What I'm doing is just grabbing half of one side that I already cut, and the other half of the other side is long. And this is another point of view. Look at that. See, the other one is cut, and now that one is long. So, boom, it's even right there. Same thing. Boom. And then we go, see, long, cut, and long, and now we're making it even. See, long, short. You see what I'm saying? We go from every angle and side to side, and we lift the fingers. You raise the finger up, and obviously the front you leave it more longer than the back. You understand what I'm saying? So that way it will not sink in the front, and we'll have like the nice lift up to do the box out and whatnot. But still, we working to the side, and like I said, right here, see, these scissors, the oyster, they're very sharp, they're very comfortable. Look at how this is why I said, look, you see how I hold the combs? Boom, boom. You see that? That's the technique right there. And how you hold the scissors, if people don't know, you put that finger there, that finger there, that finger there, and that's how you hold it right there. And there you have it. But yeah, you see how I hold the combs with the thumb and resting? Boom. It's just like magnetic, pretty much. Everybody knows already, that has watched my videos before. I like pump it up. It's definitely the hairspray to style it, to get form, and to put it the way that I want it. Also, this is the brush that I use. If I don't use the comb, especially for the curly hair, that's just what we're gonna use. And we're gonna keep a distance. We don't put the blow dry too close to him, but we leave like a 4 or 5 inches from the scalp, because we put in heat, and you don't want to bother him. I mean, you don't want to burn him is what I want to say. But you brush it as much as you can, and then the forward. See, like I was saying, when you cut with the scissors, you don't want to cut too short in the front, because then you will not have that little wall. I call it right there, that wall. And so yeah, once you have everything nice and dry, there's gonna be some hairs from and forward, and in the front and in the back, and you want to style it. So how you do that? You use the either the Andes or even the magic clip, and you clean that section, those little baby hair that comes out, because every little hair counts, and the more details and the more you take those little hairs and style it, it's gonna come out sharp. Notice how I'm holding the cable, since I'm not using the magic clip. Notice how I'm holding the cable with one hand, but yet using the control and keeping it away from the client so you don't bother them. And with the other one, I'm just going pretty much atop those baby hair that it didn't come out, they stay long and or standing. At this point, I'm just with the blade, I'm going over it, and I make sure that it's getting really nice and even every corner, that there's no hair more longer than the other one at this point. So now we're gonna go with the GTX, the T outliner, and we're gonna refresh the box out again. Even though we did it earlier, we go one more time, just to make sure that everything is nice and crispy and sharp. And don't press the machine or the razor. People ask me why people get red or too red, because if you pass it too much, the machine in the same place or put pressure with the blade or with the razor, they get sensitive and or they're gonna get irritated. The skin, some of them that have sensitive skin. So we making the arch right now. As you could tell, you could go up, down. I could have lain down, but I could also want to show people that not every time I'm gonna necessarily have to put them down. I could do it that angle too. And so yeah, right now I could have done that laying down, but so you could see that I could also shave, having them sit straight. There you have it. And you see how I'm keeping everything really outside. I'm not trying to put it way back. And right now we're making the arch, just like I said before, making the arch. People will be like, yeah, what's that white stuff? Why you don't take it off? Because that's my guideline. I like it like that. Then later on, when we put gel and alcohol, we take it off. But as of right now, I need to know that it's crispy clean. And you see how, with the other hand, I stretch the skin and I go back and I go every angle and I make sure that I get every detail on it. Right now we're using Elegance gel. It's triple action. Why is triple action? Because right there, as you could tell, the color is like a semi blue, and this is how much I put on him. Then I go in the back. I put it with my bare hand. Notice how I put it back first, right? And notice, right? I put it really in like that back to sink in my hair and my hands. I feel it. So now we do the hair forward, and then side to the side, right? Because that's what's doing is putting all the hair in. And then we go round, and since he have curly hair, is the hair is gonna curl up really really nice, and it's gonna get some really nice style. And then we can up front, that part right there, you kind of lift it up so you could get more curls and everything, and all that. You see how the hair is looking, and then in the side you put a little bit there so he could have that nice gluey look and fly. We put alcohol. All right, we put a smudge, and then we use the blow dry. I asked him if he wanted with the blow dry. He said yes, and it's cool. It's not hot, in case if you're wondering. At this point, it feels cool, refreshing, using the alcohol with the cool breeze. He wanted extra shiny, So we're gonna do it extra shiny. We're using oil sheen. It's good for the scalp. We give vitamins and it keep it nice and shiny. And yes, there we go. See, like the white stuff that he had, we wipe it up with the alcohol again. And then we scrape in the back. Make sure that all the neck and all the baby hairs are taken care of. Then we use the peanut talc, and we really, make sure all that hair is off of him and he feels comfortable. Make sure his ears that are clean and everything, right? Once that is done, you show your client with the mirror. Make sure, raise the chair so he could see himself. Because I got so much stuff in my station that he can hardly see. But you really step back and make sure. Notice how I move it slowly, and I make sure I really show it. I don't show it quick. I take my time. People would be like, man, I would have been done already. No, not me. I show. So if there's any defect, he would tell me. If there's anything that he see that he don't like, he would tell me. I say thumbs up, thumbs up. This is him before, right? Before he came to the barbershop. And this is him after. Once again, thank you for your time. If you have any comment, any suggestion, any how you want me to do the video, what kind of hair, feel free to do so. Once again, please thank you and subscribe to Jeffrey the Master Barber. Peace.